Hallo und herzlich willkommen, meine Freunde.
Hello and welcome to this video, my friends. Today I would like to show you how you can install a Speedbox 1.0 into a nice e-bike like this one. I have a Speedbox 1.0 for Brose Specialized, and we are installing it together today. It's really easy, and I'll show you step by step how to do it. Such an e-bike tuning module is actually nice to have, especially when you're going straight ahead for a longer distance and would like to have a little more support. Such tuning modules simply remove the engine support limitation. In Germany, you have to switch off the support from 25 kilometers an hour. The tuning module eliminates this limitation, and you will have support up to 50 kilometers an hour, for example, or even unlimited. Many are concerned that removing the limitation will negatively affect the battery, or the brakes will no longer be able to brake. I don't see either, because these bikes are also sold in other countries without any restrictions, so they are sold normally, without this limitation. This also means that the batteries are of course designed for speeds or support values over 25 kilometers an hour, and the brakes are strong enough to handle it. This makes sense, because if you're in the mountains driving downhill, you can quickly go up to 50 to 60 kilometers an hour. You don't need an e-bike for that. You can do that with a normal mountain bike as well, and their brakes can handle that too. So, braking isn't a problem. Like I said, the battery isn't a problem as well. But if you drive permanently with higher support, the battery will of course drain faster, compared to a constant maximum support level of 25 kilometers an hour. But that's just the way it is. When you're driving in eco mode, you also use less power than when you drive in turbo mode. But that doesn't actually affect the life of the battery. I'm going to do a lap around the building now, and we'll check how much support I have when I just cycle normally. After that, we will install the tuning module together, and then we will see how things change when the tuning module is installed. As always, we want to be safe on the road, so put on the helmet.
Helm aufsetzen. So.
Let's go. See you soon.
So, da bin ich auch schon wieder, wie zu erwarten war.
Here I am again. As expected, I just cycled with support up to 25 kilometers an hour, so my maximum speed was around 27 kilometers an hour. Now let's install the tuning module and check how it will perform afterwards.
Jetzt bauen wir mal das Tuning-Modul ein und dann schauen wir mal, wie es danach ausschaut. Hier haben wir jetzt das Rad.
We have the bike on the workbench now. Here we can tinker with it easily. We're going to install the Speedbox now. What I got from our warehouse is this, the Speedbox 1.0. I just opened it. The Speedbox 1.0 has no app support. That means it's simply interconnected in the cable and is permanently active. There are also other Speedboxes with app support available, which you can switch on and off. In the package, we have this piece of paper with installation instructions. But if you watch this video, you should already know how to install it. Further, there are just warnings and normal descriptions inside. And then there's this little thing right here, the Speedbox 1.0. Let's install it. It's actually quite easy. You need to unscrew the crank and then take the pedal off. Then you already have access to the cable. It's a bit different for every single bike. For this bike we need an 8mm hex key and a T15. That's a Torx screwdriver.
T15, das ist ein Torx-Schraubenzieher.
I'll take off the crank first. I've already loosened it a bit. I'm just turning it counterclockwise here, and then I take the whole thing out.
Das Ganze hier einfach raus. Ja. Zack, zack, zack.
Chop, chop, chop.
Zack.
Chop. And then I unscrew the Torx screws.
Torx-Schrauben raus.
Take this cover off. And then we can already see these two cables now.
Hier gibt es jetzt zwei Kabel. Einmal eins
one with many colors, and the other one just red and black. The red and black one is the one we need. I'm going to use needle nose pliers to get the connector out. I'm using this crooked one, but ordinary needle nose pliers will work as well.
Zieh den Stecker.
Pull the plug out. Now we'll put the speed box in between. Then all this comes back in and will be screwed on again. And that's it. It's important to position the speed box approximately here. You can just pull the cable on your bike. A bit of cable usually follows.
Hier unten an dem Kabel ziehen, da kommt oft noch ein bisschen Kabel nach. Ja. Wichtig ist, dass
It is important that you install the plug around here so that you can still get past here easily.
vorbeikommt. Ja.
We just lengthened the cable a bit because we were a bit short at the top.
wir oben ein bisschen kurz waren. Ein kleiner Tipp.
A little tip. The Speedbox packaging comes with staples that you can use to stick them into here.
Nadeln dabei, die könnt ihr super benutzen, um die hier oben reinzustecken, weil damit könnt ihr dann dieses
With this, you can open the holes where the contacts are. This allows you to install the cables more easily.
dadurch könnt ihr die Kabel besser einbauen. Ja? Wie gesagt, darauf achten.
As I said, pay attention. Red on red and black on black. The white one goes to the connector and the black one goes to the speedometer at the front of the bike.
Ja, also vorne zum Tacho. Wir haben jetzt hier schon mal den
We have already inserted a staple into the black entrance and pushed the black cable in.
Kabel so rein und zack, sind wir auch schon drin.
And boom, we're already in.
Ihr könnt das auch sonst
You can
einfach
just
mit
do this
zwei
with two
Kanadeln
staples.
machen.
I'll just slide the staple in here with the needle nose
So
pliers.
rein. Ja,
The contact opens up,
Kontakt auf, dann schiebe ich hier
and I push the cable in here. Boom, both of them are in now. Then I simply pull out the staple with the needle nose pliers.
die Tackernadel wieder raus. Und dann
After this, the cables are firmly attached.
schön fest. Ja. Unten auch.
Here as well.
Kann ich das
Then I can just stow everything in here.
verstauen, ja. Perfekt.
Perfect. Now we can put the cover back on and then we put the crank back on.
Das hier wieder draufsetzen, die Blende, und dann bauen wir die Kurbel wieder dran. Und dann ist das Ganze
And
auch schon
then
wieder
everything is
verbaut.
back in place.
Also hier einfach
Just put
wieder
the screws back,
Schrauben drauf.
tighten the screws well.
Nur alles schön anziehen. Dann die Kurbel wieder draufsetzen.
Then put the crank back on.
Schön drauf achten, dass
And of
die
course make sure that the pedals are on opposite sides and not installed in a crooked way.
sind. Nicht, dass das irgendwie krumm ist. Und dann schön mit dem Imbus.
Tighten it with the hex key.
Ja. Und dann
Now it's all back together again. Like I said, not that complicated at all. It is important to ensure that you have enough cable length.
dass ihr genügend Kabel habt, dass zwischen dem
There must be enough cable length between the adapter and the speedbox so that you can place it in the proper position. Because if the cables were sitting up here, you couldn't put the cover on top.
dann könnte man die Abdeckung nicht mehr draufbauen. Da also
So
drauf achten.
pay attention to that.
Natürlich der kleine
And remember the little life hack. Take these small staples from the packaging. You can use them to spread the connectors open so that you can easily get in with the cables. We now take the bike, go out again and ride a little bit around. Let's see how the performance has changed.
So, da sind wir wieder draußen. Man merkt, das ist
We're outside again. It's April weather. Before it was bright sunshine and now it's a little drizzle. But I'm not made out of sugar. Let's see how the bike performs.
Angeschalten habe
I
ich schon
turn
mal.
it on like before.
Wie vorher auch. Helm auf.
Helmet on. Let's cycle around the
Jetzt
building.
einmal ums Gebäude. Bis gleich.
Craziness! What a nice little device, I'll tell you, it's really fun. The support is now permanent, not only up to 25 kilometers an hour, it really feels like endless support. That's really fun. Of course, the speedometer no longer shows the original speed. This is simply because the speedbox modulates that, but Okay, I can live with it. I think it's a great little box. It's super fun. I would definitely recommend it to you. As you can see, installation is relatively easy. I'll provide you a link to the product in the video description below. I hope to see you next time. Bye.